The airbox cover on our DRs is missing the rubber seal that goes around. Sebastian's taking the old wheelbarrow tube and going to try to make one. Just enough.
The previous owner had a Canon air filter in there, which was complete crap. I don't think he ever maintained it, so it's full of holes, and I just finished cleaning out the inside of the inlet tube for the airbox, but it was full of grit, and obviously the filter was not doing its job properly. For anyone new to the off-road world, Canon filters are not popular. It's decent, you know, for on-road performance, but for off-road it is not adequate. So I took that out. This was cracked in 2 different places. I glued it for now just in case I needed to use it again, but it's not going back on the bike now. So the filter itself is just gunked. That's after me cleaning it, by the way. And re-oiled it to see if I could salvage it, but it's hard to see. There's a bunch of holes in it. So I've got the white plastic cage for the original filter and the retainer clip that comes with it. I've got that on order from the dealership because you literally can't find it anywhere else. Luckily it wasn't too bad. It's $30 for plastic, but anyways. When I did the valve clearance check, I ended up taking my carb apart, cleaning that again, and I readjusted the, it was running a bit lean. So I ended up dropping the circlip on the needle down to the 2nd position. So when I first got the bike, it was on the 4th position, and that was running way too rich, and it was not running right. I ended up going to the 1st position, and that was running a bit too lean, so I ended up dropping it to the 2nd position. And it's got a 140 main jet, and that's the flat side carb TM40. So I'm going to see how that goes at the beginning of the season and how it rides. If that's not right, I might go to a bigger main jet depending on how it runs. Yours went good. The bike never saw dirt basically. So it's not. I tried putting my racks on and the bolts started cross threading, so now I have to tap them and clean them properly and put new bolts because the ones that came with the kit are done. We already got the other side done, now I'm just doing this one. Just go in a bit, back out to clean it out. Time consuming, but if I ever need to service the racks or the subframe of the bike, then at least they'll be removable.
So when we installed my rack, my bike already had the shorter stem signals on it, and it wasn't a problem. But
my DR still had the horrible weld job on the header, so I ended up taking a metal bit to it. I grinded it flat, so now it's nice and smooth. So hopefully it'll flow a little smoother. Took my header pipe off. It was covered in mud, and usually when it's covered in mud it doesn't dissipate heat as much. So I decided to take it apart and clean it with a wire wheel. At the same time, this hole here was stripped. Well, the bolt was, and there's metal shavings in the hole, so I ended up tapping it and cleaning it too. I'm about to do that one, and then I'll put everything back together after I give this pipe a coat of high heat paint.
that looks really good though.
That looks better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.